Happy 2021, everyone. We're going to be kicking off the new year here with a limited time series, Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport Vitesse. All right. So this car's worth 750 gold, and there is a showcase discount for this car, so you can get it for 600 gold if you miss out on it on one of these opportunities to win it. And as you can see, the reward for completing this back to the normal 15 tier limited time series, you will earn, of course, the car itself. And if you already have the car, then you just pick up the currency bonus, which is going to be 45 gold and 250,000 racing dollars. And let's see, this one is going to be running through next Monday, the January 11th. So that's about when we're expecting the next version, 9.1. So this is, of course, the last sort of the special event of the current version 9.0. So time to wrap up another one, right? So let's check in and find out. The PR requirement, they say, is going to be 84.5. At least that's what they have published on their website. So we'll confirm in a little bit. So here we go. Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Grand Sport Vitesse Championship. Earn a Bugatti Veyron 16.4 GSV by 100% completing this special limited time series. Race this world-renowned record-setting production roadster today. And it is a pretty slippery ride if you guys are not familiar with this Veyron. And Honda Collector's Pack, no thank you. Alright, so here's a breakdown of those 45 gold rewards in 25% completion increment. And this car has been in the game for a long time. If not, I mean, this car may be one that was originally included back when it was first released as one of the top tier cars, because the game was released in 2013. This car came out in 2013, so it's kind of one of those big deal. All right, so 5 gold for 25% completion, 50 gold for 50% completion gets you additional 9 gold, 75% gets you 13 more to that, and 100% gets you the remaining 18 gold. And let's see. What was I talking about? I was just talking about the PR requirement, right? So what I was going to say is, because this car's been in the game for a while, there's a decent number of racing dollar upgrades before you have to start spending gold. So that's kind of nice because I am anticipating that there's going to be I'm anticipating at least 25%, if not 50%, should be achievable with the racing dollar upgrades alone, which gets this car's PR up to 80.6. So base PR is 71.8. On this account, I think I have like a tier 1 upgrades on this car. Yeah, so I have set up tier 1 upgrades on this car. Probably, I think I got it during one of those weekly time trials, because during the weekly time trial, if the car is offered as a loaner, you can upgrade it, especially if they offer one of those upgrade discount. Then that's kind of nice opportunity to upgrade, even though if you don't own it, that car, I guess next time it comes around for you to win, it'll be a little bit more discounted. Anyway, so tier 1 upgrades get your PR up to 75.4, and tier 1 upgrades aren't the only ones that's racing dollars. Tier 2 upgrades all the way across, I believe, is all racing dollars as well here. And on this account, I don't really have that much racing dollars, so yeah, I'm not going to be able to we'll see. So there we go. So that's what the upgrade cost looks like. I'll have all this information in the description box below. So yeah, the upgrade time is pretty long. Like tier 1 takes 12 hours, and tier 2, as you just saw, is 18 hours, and tier 3, which like drivetrain and the body and suspension actually have tier 3 racing dollar upgrades. They do take full days, so I'm anticipating as soon as you complete first goal, they may offer that instant service and instant upgrade on these racing dollar upgrades for probably like 3 hours. I'm anticipating that's been the trend, so I don't see why they would change for this event. Anyway, so once you get all the racing dollar upgrades before you spend a single gold, your car's PR should be up to 80.6. Right, and to meet the PR requirement, let's check into that real quick. What the total... Alright, so we'll spend the gold to get it done. 45 gold, 250,000 racing dollars, and plus the car itself. And if I were to run through this, I'm gonna have to spend a decent amount of racing dollars that I don't have on this account. So will I farm? Oh, by the way, this car is featured in 3 different series, 2 of which this one 12 plus cylinder slam is a bonus series in elite section. And this car is also featured in ZENITH series, but that's a main career series in legend section. So yeah, once you... Yep. Oh, it's a full day instant service and instant upgrade. So that's generous of them. Much appreciate that. But anyway, the ZENITH series is a big box series. So that one, the main career series don't automatically unlock when you win a car. So that one you just have to go through the legend section and unlock when you get there. And what's the third series? Third series, of course, is the exclusive series once you fully upgrade. And fully upgrading this car is not cheap. It will cost you 1,380 gold and some 4.6 million racing dollars. So let's check into the PR requirement here. 84.5, so that is accurate, which I believe you can get there by basically getting here. Let's see if I have enough currency on this account to accommodate this. And I'm gonna cloud restore, so no foul, no harm, right? So see, this car has total of 30 upgrades available, 7 in engine, 4 in drivetrain, 6 in body, 4 in suspension, and 3 on the remaining 3 categories. So what you're gonna have to get is you need to get 4 upgrades in engine. So tier 2 is racing dollars, and here I'll do the racing dollar upgrades first. I'm not gonna go very far because I only have 513. I'll just use gold. I know, spending gold on racing dollar upgrades, I don't recommend it. Don't do it unless you're planning on just doing the cloud restore afterwards, like I will. So yeah, see, there are a lot of racing dollar upgrades available on this car, and that's about as far as I'm going to be able to do with the racing dollars. The remainder I will use gold, but normally you would spend racing dollars to get these upgrades done. So tier 2 upgrades, as you notice, are all racing dollar upgrades, and in the certain categories like drivetrain, tier 3 is also racing dollars. Body has another racing dollar upgrade available. and suspension as well. So I believe that's all the racing dollar upgrades available on this car. So that is total. That should be total of 17 upgrades. Yes, 17 out of 30 upgrades available on this car are all gonna be racing dollars at the beginning before you spend gold. Brings your PR up to 80.6, as you can see here. And yeah, that is a total cost of 2.6 million, 2,680,200 racing dollars for getting those upgrades. And if you want to bring your PR up to meet the requirement, 84.5, you do have to spend a few gold here, obviously. And that is going to be getting the tier 3 engine upgrade, which unlocks the tier 4 racing dollar upgrade. So basically getting 2 upgrades for 80 gold. And then you will have to max out the drivetrain, 115 gold additional. And the body, you will spend that tier 4 upgrade here, which unlocks the tier 5 upgrade. So you would need to bring the body upgrade up to 5 out of 6 available for 90 gold. And the reason for that is tier 5 gold. This one is going to be racing dollars. And then the last one is going to be one of the more expensive gold upgrade. And the suspension, you don't need to get this gold upgrade at the end. And then, but you do need to get the remaining 3 categories: exhaust, brakes, and tires and wheels gold upgrades. So before I get those, so when you add them up, by the way, the total cost is going to be 465 gold, and racing dollar cost will end up being 3,625,500 racing dollars. And if you miss out on the instant R&D here for these upgrades, it will take you 4 days and 6 hours total. So that's a long time for upgrades. So try to get it done while the instant R&D offer is going. Now, let's check what the PR requirement is to complete different gold reward stages, right? So tier 4 is the 25% completion tier, and the PR 76.1 is what's required. So that's definitely doable with the racing dollar upgrades alone. And then tier 8 is technically the 50% completion, but you don't have to complete the cup, meaning tier 7 cup is technically what you need to get through, and that one has PR 78.5 requirement. Ooh, 3 laps at the 24-hour circuit. That's a long race for this car. All right, so but the important thing is that is doable with the racing dollar upgrades only. And then 75% completion is done in winning a single gold trophy in tier 12, which means tier 11 cup is what you would need to get through to get to that point, 75% completion. And that one requires PR 81.2, so obviously that one you're gonna need to spend some gold, and none of the gold upgrades are as much as how much it costs to get it, right? So it's, you know, once you're getting past 50% point, I'm gonna assume that you're planning on going all the way. So that means you will have to get, let's see, body's usually the cheapest one, although because it is a higher tier upgrade, it's a little bit pricier. And tires and wheels, 60 gold, but doesn't quite meet your PR requirement. How about exhaust? 70 gold, and that'll get you exactly to be able to get you to 75% completion. So another scenario, if you, I guess, already own this car and can't quite afford the full 465 gold, but you can afford 70 gold, I suppose then you can get this 70 gold upgrade, max out exhaust, and basically pick up, oh gosh, what was the reward here? Additional 13 gold, which brings your total up to, oh gosh, 20 to 27 gold. So if you knock off 27 gold from 70 gold, that's a pretty good discount on your upgrade, I guess. That's one way to look at it. But I'm assuming that if you're this far in, you probably want to go all the way and spend that extra gold to get meet the PR requirement of 84.5 and get it all done. So how do we get there? As I said, you're gonna need to spend some gold. So 80 gold for engine, which does unlock that racing dollar upgrade, which you can get. And that's as far as you need to go in engine. And then you need to max out the drivetrain. That's an expensive 115 gold. And the body, you're gonna need to get the gold upgrade and tier 4 and then tier 5 racing dollar upgrade. That's as far as you need to go. And suspension, you don't need any gold upgrade there. And then remaining categories though, with the 3 upgrades available, you need to get all of them. So 83.4 for exhaust, 50 gold, get your PR up to 83.9. And finally, tires and wheels will get your PR exactly up to 84.5 for additional 60 gold, which means, yeah, total gold cost is 465 gold. And of course, 45 of it you do get back. So net cost in terms of gold would be 420 gold to complete this limited time series if you don't own it already, and if you haven't spent any gold on this car in terms of its upgrades, even if you own it already. So that is the probably the cheapest upgrade path to take. And let's see, PR 84.5. That will allow you to complete the bonus series this car's featured in, 12 plus cylinder slam in elite section, assuming that you own all the cars featured in that series. And that series has the McLaren F1, Pagani Zonda F, and Pagani Huayra, the original, not Huayra BC, the new one. And then it's got the other Veyron, the 16.4, and then of course this car. This car is the top dog in that grid of cars, and there's some 71 gold total to be won in there. But if you don't own any of the other cars, you obviously cannot do the showcase or time trial featuring those cars. So you need to own all the cars to get the 100% completion. And to get that done, you would need PR 78 for 100% completion. So this car is a legend class car. So the elite section series, bonus series, should be a breeze with this car. And then the ZENITH series, this car is featured in legend section, the main career series. That one requires PR 85. So this car, while this car can meet the PR requirement, Koenigsegg Agera R is another one that can meet this car. So there are 2 cars in the series that can meet that PR requirement. One is this, and the other one is Koenigsegg Agera R. And if you win this car through this limited time series, obviously your PR is going to be pretty darn close to 85. That's required to 100% complete. So that's a way to get there. If you own Agera R, I believe that car's PR with the racing dollar upgrades alone can go beyond 85. So but that car's not cheap either. So yeah, 75 gold is available in ZENITH series. And if you want to make any progress in the road collection, the career part of the game, you kind of have to go through those big box series. So something to consider. And then of course, once you fully upgrade, there is an exclusive series. But as I said, you would have to max out the upgrades on this car, and the reward isn't that great for exclusive series. Just 100 gold and 50,000 racing dollars. I know, not very good. Anywho, let's check out the series itself now that I've gone through the specs of the car featured here, upgrade scheme, and what's required and what you might be able to recoup. All right, so tier 1, we got Autocross at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix. Let's see. Yeah, that one. I gotta remember to make a left turn instead of a right turn. Yes, kind of important. Speed Snap at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. Where does that take place? I think that takes place right after you go downhill from the peak after that first hairpin. So that would make it like turn. Oh, would you call that turn 3? I want to call that turn 3 because the turn, what they call turn 2, I think officially is that slight bend between the, like the two like 90-degree corners. So I don't want to call that a turn because that's just a slight bend. It's more of a straight than it is a turn. So I'm gonna call it turn 3. So yeah, the hairpin. I think it comes right after that. And the cup is gonna be at Berlin Circuit with this car, single lap. Oh my gosh, this car is like a bar soap. It's super slippery, so just be prepared. It ain't no Valkyrie or F1 cars that we've been racing. I mean, it goes super fast. It just goes straight though. It just cannot make corners. So just be prepared. I do think this one does handle better than the non-GSV version, but still, I mean, really not that much better. On my other account, I have it decorated as like Irish Spring, the bar soap. That's why, because it is so slippery. Anyway, moving on. Tier 2, we got head-to-head at Hockenheim Grand Prix. Just a single lap. We got a drag race, and the cup for Tier 2 is going to be a Catalonia Grand Prix. Single lap, PR 74.1 required, so obviously you do need some upgrades to get past Tier 1. Tier 3, we got Autocross at 24-hour circuit. That is, of course, the final bit, starting around the Porsche curves and finishes right by the actual finish line. I think it's right on the finish line of the circuit. Speed Snap at Monza Road Course. So that one's on the back. What would you call that? Lesmo, right? And cup is going to be at the Red Bull Ring Grand Prix circuit. How many laps? Just a single lap. PR 75.2 required. Gets us to Tier 4. We got Hunter at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit night race. And speed record at Daytona Motorcycle Course. That's a full lap as well. And the cup for Tier 4 at Suzuka Grand Prix. Single lap. PR 76.1 required. Moving on, Tier 5, we got drag race. It's at Leipzig Circuit, but does it really matter? I don't think so, not much. Autocross at Spa, and the cup at the Austin Circuit, Circuit of the Americas Club Circuit. They're giving us these like really curvy circuit for this car. What's with that? I suppose we got a couple of Grand Prix circuits too, but still. 4 laps, PR 77 required. I guess we do get the 3-lapper at Le Mans, so I shouldn't complain. Where you can really open up the top end of the speedometer on this car on that Mulsanne straight. So that's kind of cool. Tier 6, we got Speed Snap at the Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. And the speed record is going to be at Silverstone National, so that's a full lap. And the cup at Dubai Club. Look at that, Dubai Club. I do like that circuit. 2 laps, PR 77.7 required. And here's 7, we got drag race, another one. This one at Suzuka Grand Prix. Endurance at the short on-road circuit. So you know what that means. It's an opportunity for an infinite race if you dare in the middle of a limited time series. I would recommend you complete the series first, then worry about it afterwards. And along with that, we got a 3-lap cup at Le Mans 24-hour circuit. As we checked in earlier, PR 78.5 required. And that gets us to Tier 8, the 50% completion tier, head-to-head at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit, this time single lapper. Speed Snap at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. And the cup at Red Bull Ring National Circuit. Then we have another cup at the Spielberg Circuit. Or maybe, no, we just had the Speed Snap. Right, I went on about that one. Oh no, we did have a cup at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. So we're going to have 2 different Grand Prix at the Red Bull Ring. This one is going to be at the National Circuit, the shorter version. And it's going to be 4 laps. PR 79.2 is what's required. So still good with the racing dollar upgrades alone, right? Moving on, Tier 9, we got Autocross at Suzuka West. Elimination at the 24-hour circuit. And the cup is going to be at Melbourne. 5 laps. 79.9 is the PR requirement. I don't know how well this car will fare in these tight city circuits. My goodness. Alright, Tier 10, we got Hunter at Mazda Raceway. Speed record at Berlin Circuit. Speaking of, at least there's nobody else going to be on that circuit for a speed record. But it's a full lap, right? And then Tier 10 Cup is going to be at Catalonia National. 4 laps, PR 80.5 is required. So that, I am guessing, is going to be the last tier you will be able to complete with the racing dollar upgrades alone. Just 1 tier shy of being able to claim 75% completion, I know. Alright, Tier 11. We got Endurance at Mount Panorama, Drag Race at Dubai Grand Prix, and the cup at Suzuka West. And this one has PR 81.2 required. 4 laps. Okay, so that's when you need to spend gold, right? All right, Tier 12, we got Hunter at Hockenheim Short. And Speed Snap at the 24-hour circuit. And the cup at Silverstone Bridge Grand Prix. 3 laps, PR 81.9 required. And Tier 13, Autocross at Mazda Raceway, elimination at Monza Junior course, and the cup at the Brickyard road course. Didn't we have another cup earlier? I feel like we did. Or maybe we didn't. I don't know. They all start to blend together. You know, Speed Snap. I gotta had Speed Snap. Okay, never mind. Fine. We didn't have another cup. This is the first cup at... Really? I guess not. Okay, never mind. I stand corrected. 4 laps. PR 82.7 required. That gets us to Tier 14. We got Hunter at Mount Panorama. That's a full lap drag race at the Spielberg Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. And the cup is going to be at Spa, Belgium. PR 83.5 required for this double lap cup. Just 2 laps. All right, and that gets us to the final tier. We got another endurance at the Leipzig Circuit, but this one ain't gonna be an infinite run because the dynamic circuit is a lot trickier. It's a slow circuit. It's very technical. It's fun, but not not an infinite one. So yeah. And even if you can make it infinite, would you really want to? It's a pretty slow circuit, lots of twists and turns, you know. So yeah, that's that. And then we got Speed Snap at Bugatti Circuit, and the final cup at Austin Circuit of the Americas, finally Grand Prix Circuit. 3 laps, PR 84.5 required, which is achieved by spending some 465 gold and around 3.6 million racing dollars. All right, so that will do it for this overview video of this limited time series. If you are running, good luck to you. I will probably run through, I don't know if I'm going to run through with this account, just simply because I don't have racing dollar resources to be able to afford these upgrades. So, you know, and this is not one of my main playing accounts. This account is for this kind of purposes, to show you guys what it cost. So I don't know, we'll see. But I will probably post my playthrough from one of my other accounts. So stay tuned, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, take care.